Hey guys, Jared Codling here, new hack every week, and today I'm going to teach you about dirt cheap Facebook targeting. This is hyper targeting, and we can do this dirt cheap. And this is actually how I built new hack every week from scratch, and I've done a tiny ad spend to be able to achieve that, and it's all from this strategy. So credit where it's due. So the first part of this strategy comes from the group Facebook Ad Buyers. It's owned by Tim Bird. If you're not a member of that group, it's free. I definitely recommend being in there if you do Facebook ads. In there, they call it the carpet bomb strategy. And so I just expand on that and take it a little bit further and put my twist on it. So firstly, let's talk about Facebook audiences. So I know some of you are a little bit more advanced, but I'm going to just start with some basics just for everybody's sake. But basically, we've got engagement audiences where they've interacted with a page, including a video that you've posted or an ad or anything like that, or they've interacted with your website. They've visited specific pages or any page and stuff like that. From there, we've got lookalike audiences, and if you're not using these, basically what it does is it takes an audience, and you can upload that audience if you want to, or you can choose it from one of the engagement audiences, and you say, just find me more people like this. And so it is country specific. So what you might do is say a 1% USA lookalike audience, and that means that they'll basically make an audience of people for you to target, which is 1% of the US population, most similar to the audience that you've specified as the target. So now we've got that out of the way, let's get into it. So sometimes interests are just too broad. So when you're setting up your ads, in some niches, interest-based targeting just doesn't work. Like with New Hack every week, I can't just go digital marketing. It's a pretty broad niche. I'm looking for advanced marketers. I'm looking for people that resonate with my content, and I can't just do some broad interest because I'm just going to be targeting like millions and millions of people. Even if I combine interest-based, it's still a really shitty way to start, in my opinion. So yeah, I typically try not to start with interests, and in a lot of niches, it just doesn't work. There are exceptions, but a lot of the time I try not to go there. So if I had a list already, I'd just do a lookalike. But let's say I'm starting a business like from scratch, which I did with New Hack every week, mentoring a lot of people that are doing this right now and using this exact strategy. So yeah, if I had a list already, I'd do a lookalike, but I don't have one. So where do we start? So what do you do when you don't already have a list to build a lookalike from? The solution is to post videos into groups and then build audiences. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So step one, I break down my niche. So sometimes our content is just too broad to post into groups and not look spammy. So we want to break it down into micro-niched content because we want something that is going to be so targeted for that group that it's like, it doesn't seem like an advertisement. It's kind of like, oh, of course you would share that content. So as an example, here's two that I did. And I built New Hack every week just on these two videos. The first one was the Messenger bot hack, the viral bot explosion. And I posted that one in all of the Messenger bot groups, like the ManyChat group, Chat Fuel group, just a bunch of different Messenger bot groups. Because I knew that if they're in that group, then this hack is going to resonate with them, and it's just going to be, of course, everyone's not going to wonder why it's there. They're going to go, this is awesome content related to what I do. The second one was the Medium hack video. Startups love Medium. They all want to get their content doing well on there. So I posted in a bunch of different startup groups, geographical ones, and I basically just put it out there and posted it everywhere. If I was to do it in other niches, so an example is like a six-pack abs program or something like that. I might do a keto video to post into keto groups. I might do a movement video for movement groups, a CrossFit video for CrossFit groups. So you see how I'm basically taking this really broad niche, which is weight loss, getting a six-pack kind of thing, and I'm breaking it into what are those little niched groups, and then how can I make some content that's going to resonate with them. And so these videos don't need to be overly long. Mine were like 5 to 10 minutes. But it really depends. If you can give value in a minute, then great. It doesn't really matter too much. It's all about making some videos that are actually going to give value to that specific group while still being on brand for what your business is. So here's another example. If I was doing a women's makeup MLM, now I hate MLMs, but I'm just going to use it as an example because it is a multi-sided market in some ways, so it's a really good example. So I would make a mum's makeup video to post in all the local mums groups. A makeup video for those that are over 40 and their mums or something like that, and maybe potentially on a budget or something like that, and I would post that in all the local mom groups. I'd make a money-making strategy video related around MLM or something like that to do with the makeup, and I'd post that in the MLM groups because obviously if they're in MLM groups, they care about making more money via MLM. So you can see they're two totally different videos, but they're actually going to relate to what my business does. So step 2, I'm going to build custom audiences based on these video views. So I build these custom audiences and just run with what you feel's best. And if you're in doubt, then test. But just some general guidelines. If I've got a video that's over 3 minutes, I would like to retarget anybody who's watched over 50% of that video. If it's under 3 minutes, I might err on the side of 75% of the video view because I want the ones that are quite engaged. So basically, I'm gonna be posting these videos everywhere, and then I'm gonna build custom audiences based on people that have actually watched quite a bit of that video. So anybody who hasn't done this before, I go into my audiences in Facebook Ads Manager. You can go and view your assets and your audiences. I'll do an engagement. I'll click on engagement, and I'll do it based on video, and then I'll choose people who've watched over 75% of the video, and then that'll let me select which videos after that, and take it from there. If you do get stuck here, just let me know, because I can go more in depth. I just know there's a lot of advanced people in here. I don't want to waste your time. Step 3, I'm going to post it to groups. So I've already worked out what my groups are, but now when it comes time to post it, you've got to be a little bit smart about this. Now, I've tested the shit out of this, and do not say, admin delete if not allowed, hey admin, hope this is okay, I hope it's okay to post this. They just take it as shit, it's spammy, just get rid of it. They won't even look at it. So instead, act like it's not your video and you're just someone just sharing this awesome content. You don't want to lie because you might get caught out and then banned from the group. But as an example of what I might say, hey guys, this video shows you how to find keto-friendly foods while you're traveling. It's got some really interesting tips. And then I would have a video on keto-friendly foods while you're traveling, and I would post that inside a keto group, which is a diet type for anyone who doesn't know. And that's how I would get it in there. The admin's not going to say, get out of here, because you're actually posting from your personal account to the group. So you just look like somebody who's just found some great content and you're just sharing it. So you're literally just sharing the video that's living on your Facebook page, but you're sharing it from your personal account inside the group. So what's next? You're going to smash them with ads. So really from here, it's 3 types of ads that I do. Firstly, I go straight to your sales page. So I've got this new custom audience and it's got all these people who've watched over half of my video. In my opinion, that they're worth selling to. So I will send them straight to my sales page if you do have a decent sales page. I'll also send them to the other videos that I've made. So you've already taken the time to make these videos. And so this is what I was doing. I was taking the custom audience of people who've watched the viral bot one, and then I was showing them the medium one and vice versa. So anyone who watched the medium one, I then showed them the viral bot one. Because they've obviously just watched one of my videos, and so it's, I'll do an audience for like say 7 days. So for the next 7 days, they might see that video, but I'll show you how I do that in a bit. The third type is if you have a lead magnet and you've got a more traditional funnel, then hit them with that and just go through your normal funnel process. But quite often, if they have watched enough of your video, you can actually just shoot straight for the kill and go straight to the sales page. So here's just some examples of how this works and just some of the campaigns that I did. So with the viral bot one, I basically, anyone who watched over 50% of the viral bot, I then showed them the medium hack video. So as you see, I've got a couple of purchases, a couple of you guys in the group, and so viral bot to medium hack. So I only spent $10, I got 2 purchases, and it just worked. That was super simple. I did a heap of these because I was testing a heap of stuff. That's why it doesn't have more stats and more purchases. But yeah, that was really effective. Then I had this one, which was straight to the sales page. So this one was if they've watched either hack video and they've watched over 50%, then I'm going to send them straight to the sales page. So as you can see, there's 446 people reached. I spent $56 and I got 7 purchases. So it cost me $8 a purchase. You guys all know the pricing model, so God knows who paid what. But I ran that one from the start and it just worked. Ignore this, cost per result, cost per 1,000 and all that. It doesn't really matter. The frequency, have a look at that. So the frequency is actually almost 9, which is really intense. That's a pretty high frequency. But what you should realize is, yes, this isn't, I've been, because my pricing was going up with everybody that signed up, I actually had more ads in this. So the ad set will be this, but then I actually had more ads, so they were getting a bit of rotation. So the ad set had really high frequency, but each individual ad actually didn't. So here's how to set up the ad properly. So if you're going to run one straight to your sales page or your lead magnet, you actually want to do a reach campaign. And the reason for this is if you choose any of the other objectives like traffic or conversions, it's going to hammer the people who they think are most likely to get to convert, rather than just showing it to an equal amount to everybody. Now we've got a really small audience here, right? Like mine was 446 people that have watched over 50% in those groups at that time. So that's about video. So basically, with this reach, it shows it an even amount to everybody in that audience. Because with conversions, I've done this in the past, and if it thinks they're going to convert, it hammers them. So some people, the frequency will be crazy, and other people, they'll barely see it. And we don't want that on a small audience because it's cheap enough that we can actually just run it to everybody. So what we do, so we set up the custom audience, and that's who we're targeting. But here's what we do with the budgeting. So it doesn't really matter what we do as a daily budget because we're optimizing the ad delivery for reach, and we put a frequency cap. Now, this says 1 impression every 7 days. I don't do that. I do like 1 a day because I want them to see my ad every day. Now, what I do for placements though is I actually have it like everywhere. So if I'm sending them to my sales page because they've viewed over 50% of my video, I want them to see it on Instagram. I want them to see it on Audience Network, on their mobile, on their desktop, on their tablet, like freaking everywhere. So I just run all placements and I make sure that they see it at least once a day. Now, if you think about like an average CPM, might be say $20 for 1,000 people to view it. Which means if you've got 1,000 people in that audience, you're only spending $20 a day max. You could put your daily budget to $1 million. It won't spend it. It'll because it's only going to spend until it reaches those people with that frequency. So the daily budget doesn't matter too much. Just make sure it's high enough to reach everybody, and then set your frequency cap. I like to do one impression every day, but it really depends on your business. For placements, if it's for the video views, only place in the newsfeed. So I don't like doing. Unless you're doing a specific Instagram video or something like that fits with the placement, I just do newsfeed. But if it's to the sales page, I hit them everywhere. And with the lead magnet, test it because it's going to vary depending on the business, to be honest. So just work that one out for yourself. So the next step is lookalike audiences. So we've just gone and we've hit all these groups, and you're going to get a heap of conversions for absolute peanuts because it's free advertising, posting in these groups, and you're retargeting them, and you're spending like $20 a day if you're retargeting 1,000 people. You don't need many conversions to cover $20 a day. So it doesn't matter what niche you're in. So that just works really well. But the next step is, how do we go even further than that? So we want to go to the lookalike audiences. So once you've got like about 1,000 people in the audience in a given country, make a lookalike. So just be careful, international lookalikes suck, and I've tested this heavily, and it's because they're checking like all of these factors about the people. So they're going, where do they shop at? Like what's their favorite supermarket and all that kind of stuff. All this stuff that we would never think about to put them into a specific demographic and work out who is most like who. If you jump between countries, well, it's different brands, different different influences, all this different stuff that they like. Even if you think, oh no, they're all marketers, or all weight loss people, it's totally different. And I've tested the shit out of this. International lookalikes suck. If you made it work, I would love to hear from you and how you've done it. So the bid strategy for lookalikes. So what we want to do is lead with the videos and do a video view as the objective. And you can reuse the videos that you've already used. So then the viewers will automatically enter your current audiences. So now we've got a new top of the funnel, which is the lookalikes, getting these video views. And they're feeding in because anyone who watches over 50% or 75%, they're going to get fed into that custom audience. And then we're going to be hitting them with other videos, sales page, lead magnet, whatever you want. Just be careful with your return on ad spend because these lookalikes, you're adding another bit where you're paying for ads as opposed to groups where you get that for free. So just keep an eye on your return on ad spend. Now, when you make these lookalikes, I forgot to make a slide about this, you only want to make it of the best people. So don't do like a 50% video view lookalike. Do like a 95% video view lookalike. And I know it's going to take you longer to get to 1,000 people and make a decent lookalike audience, but unless you're getting you really only want those people who they really engage and watch your video. So just to break it down, we've got these niche groups and they're going to drive traffic to our niche videos because we're going to go on with our personal profile and post these niche videos. So we break these little niches down and we're segmenting what it is that we do. And they all feed into this custom audience. That custom audience then feeds back and we show them the other videos. So, if they watched video 1, well, we're going to show them video 2 and 3 as well. So we're going to show them the other videos as well. The custom audience is also going to point them to the sales page because we're going to try to sell them. And if you've got a more traditional funnel, then also send them to the lead magnet and try to go down that path. You can do one or the other on the sales page and lead magnet, but the main thing is that we're now trying to get a conversion out of them. So we're going to show them more videos to warm them up even more, but we're also going to try and get the conversion. The next thing we do is a lookalike audience based on this custom audience of people who've watched the video. Now you may have multiple custom audiences because you might have one for video 1 and you're going to show them video 2. You might have one for video 2, you're going to show them video 1. And you know, if you want to get into the nitty gritty, you can get as complicated as you want, but really the ad spend is so low that it's really hard to do this wrong, and even if it's not perfect, it will still make money. So this lookalike audience, what we're going to do with them is we're actually going to feed them more videos. So they haven't seen any videos yet, they're just a lookalike audience. So we show them the videos, and you're going to work out pretty quickly which one performs best. For me, the viral bot explosion performed a lot better than the medium one. So I ended up just pushing that one a little bit, and that worked with lookalike audiences because now I'm putting more people into my custom audience, which I can drive to my sales page. So that's it, guys. I hope this made a lot of sense. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments or message me. I know this is a bit complex with how the custom audiences and all that work, but this is a way that you can really kickstart a new business and make money from day one. And I've been able to do that, and a lot of the people I mentor, this is the exact strategy they use so that it's profitable from day one. And it's just a really cheap way to kickstart that. And also, it's a great way to test out different sub-niches in what you do with different content and really see what resonates. So good luck with it, guys. Talk soon.